Just two Murphs talking hoops. The journey to June. It is at the mid-season break, folks. But hey, we're 42 games in. Can you believe it? 42 games into the NBA season already. Halfway to our, well, not to June, but to the end of the regular season into the playoffs. But man, there's so much to talk about now that we're at the midseason. Coach, so happy to see you again. Let's go, baby.
And I'm happy to see you. I love this, man. I'm pumped. There's so many, as you know, so many good things happening with Murph Ball with just two Murphs talking hoops. It's January 20th. It's the 2024. It's a new year, new us. I hope everybody's doing great with their new resolutions. And the energy is just everywhere I'm going right now is on point. People, I don't know if it's like that out there. And because this is, by the way, hey, I'm Coach Murph. This is Podcast Paul. This is just two Murphs talking hoops. And we're on a Zoom right now. This is one of my favorite things to do. Just have my brother time. And we just talk hoops and just have a good time. But he's out in Ballard, Seattle, near Seattle, Washington. And I'm here in south of Boston in good old Duxbury, Mass. And this is what we're doing.
Chop it up, baby.
Let's go.
Chop it up. Man, there's so much to talk about since the last time we were on. But really what I wanted to do today, if you're cool with this, Coach, again, I kicked it off saying it's a midseason. We're 42 games in. I want to go high level, man. Let's look at the NBA. We love NBA. It's why we're here. Let's look at the teams that are out there. Remember, we're on this journey to June.
I love the NBA.
What we care about.
I say that loud. And I know it recently. I'm like, people are like, it's so easy to hate in the NBA because of numerous things we'll talk about today, but I don't care. I love it. It's so entertaining. And I'm talking to real people that it doesn't matter. Let that all go, all this stuff. That's what I've been doing recently. It's like enjoying just this game. We'll get into all of just like the entertainment value, but the all the rivalries going on. It's some new fresh stuff coming into the league. It's all so much positive focus on. That's what I'm doing.
I like how you said rivals, and we're gonna. That was a little teaser. That's what we call here in the pod, a teaser, because this is NBA Rivals Week. We'll get into that. But
let's go, Podcast P, aka Prediction P. All the predictions balls had. Oh my gosh, the Timberwolves on top. Let's go, man. We're on fire. J2Ums is inflamed, and let's go.
It's also the journey to June, right? And sitting here at the midseason, it's cool because now you can really get a good look at those teams that have a shot. And we got to start right from the top. It's like you said, it's January 20th. We're coming fresh off in the Garden, Denver versus Boston.
Talking about this.
They even said to start the game, it's a little cold outside, but in here it feels a little warm. Feels a little bit like June, if you know what I mean. And I got to tell you, that was before the game. Then I watched the game. Man, if this is June, if this is the NBA Finals, wow, what a matchup.
That was a cool matchup. No, it was fun. We didn't – I think you texted those later on, so you maybe respected me why you didn't text me because it's so late. But you didn't. I was surprised I didn't get any texts during because of that loss. The Nuggets beat the Celtics yesterday 102-100. And those are two great teams. Nuggets are 29-14. Celtics are 32-10 on top of the East. 3.5 games. When is that ever happening? We're usually like second. We've never had 3.5 on.
No. I think it's going to be 3 after today because the Bucks, as we're talking, I think they're playing the Pistons. They're playing the Pistons.
Whoa. You don't know that.
You don't know.
It's going to come with it. some miracle in Detroit. They need that. Well, the NFL popped in my head, but I'm not going there. No. Fine. Can we just say one thing? Well, you have to.
Real time
Coach
update.
Belichick. That's it. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Coach. And goodbye. Thank you for the dynasty. Peace.
We love real-time updates on the pod.
Real time. Here we go.
Pistons 44, Bucks 38. So there you go. There's a shot. Maybe it does go to 4 games again.
You never know.
But either way, your point's well taken. No matter what happened last night, us losing to Denver, we are at 42 games. We are 32-10. Not just the best record in the East, best record in the league. And that was a huge test because guess what? They played the NBA champs. Yeah, we talk about Minnesota. I love my Minnesota Timberwolves. We talk about OKC. They're up and coming. But like we always talk about, Denver quietly doing their thing. I haven't watched a full Denver game until they played us last night. Oh my goodness. The Joker is a scary, scary
Joker
man.
and who are the best duo in the NBA?
Oh, Murray was June style
They're
last night.
That is the best duo in the NBA.
Wow.
And they proved it during that game.
Wow.
So, duos and Jalen and Jason, the Jays. When they rise up, they can be. But
you know what? That's the problem with this game, and it's okay. Here's where I want to go with this. My takeaway is positive because remember,
always
no zing, no ring. This is a new team with Porzingis. And if you saw the beginning of that game, Zingis overtook that game. He was playing great. At the end of the game, they forgot he existed. And it was the Jays doing their thing. Like
Al was guarding. I was like, get Zingis on him.
But that's okay. This is what I'm saying.
But you're having trouble with him, the Joker, no matter what. Why? What's the main reason why we have trouble against him down low? Why?
I think everybody has trouble against him down low.
Everybody. But the main reason, if I had to choose one out of the many, he's a wonderful shooter and passer and all that.
Yes.
He's a beefcake.
He is a beefcake.
He's a body.
Yep.
And physicality.
Yeah, but Porzingis is playing him well, though.
So they all did. But when it comes down to Chet, and it comes down to Victor, and it comes down to Porzingis, and it comes down to Al, he is going to out-body you. This game is a physical man-time game. And that's why they won. And that's for me. Now, Porzingis can go outside. Joker can shoot too, but Porzingis has got a better shot for sure. But you saw that. There was one play. Do you remember? He's like, he got him in the stomach with a little secret bow. Did you see that? And then he bent over, Zingis.
That's not why they lost.
He bodies you. He'll body you up. He'll get you.
And that's fine. He's the best player in the league.
We can get
hands down. You can't stop Joker. That's okay.
Him.
Let Joker do his thing. Let Murray even do his thing.
Exactly.
That's not why we lost. That is not why we lost.
I'll tell you why we lost. The reason why we lost.
I will tell you why we lost if you want to hear it, and then you can come in.
Let's go.
There is one issue with this team right now. But as I say this, I'm okay with it because remember, this is a brand new team. Marcus is gone. Our guy Marcus. Time Lord is gone. Porzingis, we're like no zing, no ring. This is only 42 games. These guys are still growing. They're still learning. It's the journey to June. And they haven't really been tested yet. They beat teams by 30 points on average, for crying out loud.
That was a great game.
But when they're matched up against the best, this is why they're going to grow. Because Denver, those two teams, they were playing on a different level, dude. Offense and defense, different level. Here's the issue.
Yep.
And it was the issue last year in the playoffs. And it was why you were so frustrated, Coach. Late game execution. Period. End of story. And they're going to start figuring out you got to use Zingis and you got to use Derek White when it matters most. Not Jason Tatum trying to take the winning shot every time.
Yes.
That's okay, though.
100%.
That's okay. This is how they learn.
That doesn't overrule what I say, but I'm going to add something to that.
Please.
That's 100%. Offensive and defensive. No, this is beautiful.
You like that, Coach?
This is your Coach P, dude. Now you got another nickname. So many
coach.
AKAs.
No coach here.
Yeah,
I'm just podcast Paul, man.
Yeah, you're
the coach.
Yeah, I know, but you can coach me. It's okay. So the late game execution at the end of the game, absolutely, offensively and defensively for sure. Now he had that layup and he bobbled it. It wasn't forced. You saw the bobble. He bobbled. He's only human, and he missed the layup. Would have been a different story after that. And then all the greats take the last shot, so he had the okay to choose that shot too. So he's only human. Jordan's done it a million times. Kobe did it a million times. They miss. So, but what I always say statistically? Now I'm going to bring my statistics in. What was this? Guess what the stat is that is
turnovers and rebounds.
Thank you. Those are my favorite stats, but not turnovers this game because how many do they have?
The Jays had 0 turnovers.
It was a miracle.
0.
That's all I care about, Paul.
How did we lose?
This is huge for me. So forget about the win. That's a big W for me to see. There's never seen this in Celtics history, I don't think, in the last 7 years with the Jays. 2. They had 2 turnovers. That's it. But what was it? Where did we get outworked? What's the second? And it was 47 total rebounds to our 38. They had 10 offensive rebounds. We had 12.
That was mostly
we beat them on the O boards.
Yes, we
but
did.
But guess what?
Although,
we lost. This is how we lost the game.
Yeah.
37 defensive rebounds to our 26.
Yeah.
11 more rebounds. Yeah. And that matters. Everything, all the other numbers or whatever. They shot better than us, 51, almost 52%. And there's like it's all the same stuff. The free throws, they missed a few. But that's it, dudes and dudettes and folks. And Caden dropped 23 on Friday, Caden. Let's go. But I always say, what are you floating for? Every time a shot goes up, you crash. You have to learn like Rodman to be the worm. You got to learn how to get in there and crash like Derek does when he's a little guy compared to these big guys. Enough said. So you're right. Added to that. Look at
you hear Derek White after the game. He kissed me on the head. It felt so good.
So that's the team stats. Everybody can do it. It's no joke. I just go on online. I found team stats. You go to a search engine, bang. Now player stats. Do you know about the player stats? We're fantastic. We're fantastic all around. We have the best team. And know what else we have?
Well, that's the key. That's the key. Like we started this saying how great the Joker and Murray are, and absolutely they were dogs last night. But that's just two players. Two of their players scored 65 of those points of the 102 points last night. We're not built that way. As much as we talk about
69 points, the Joker and Murray, bro.
We'll be back after a quick break.
If you're really into podcasts like I am, and have thought at times like, I'm listening to these great podcasts, I could also do this. I could get on here and get my voice heard. But where do I start? How do I do a podcast, right? Well, fret no more, because the answer is Buzzsprout. They can make podcasting easy, inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And Buzzsprout, it's hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And they'll get your show online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. And it'll happen within minutes of finishing your recording. Again, podcasting, it's not hard. Look at me and the coach. We've been doing this. We're having fun. But you got to find the right partners. And the team at Buzzsprout, they're passionate about helping you succeed. So when I joined over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get your message out to the world, all you need to do, follow the link in the show notes. In our show notes right here, let Buzzsprout know we sent you, and they're going to give you a $20 credit. It's going to be on that second paid invoice, a $20 credit if you sign up for a paid plan, and it's going to help support our show. Buzzsprout, the easy, fun way to start your podcast. I would much rather the Jays score a little bit less and aren't the top two, and we have everybody else in those 20s. Have Zingas have, and I think they did. I think Zingas had in the 20s last night, right?
Zingas was 21 points, 2 assists, and 8 rebounds.
You know what, though? He needed to be more the man last night. He needed like 30, 35 points. If everybody else stayed the same.
I like that. But I don't care because it was D. White had 24. He was fire with 5 assists.
But then, dude, they didn't score in the last 4 minutes of the game. Except like from free throws.
That's exactly where it goes back to the meat of what you're saying, and I'm with you, is the execution.
Yes,
that's right. Jason had 22. Jalen had 13. We could have got more from him for some juice. Pritchard come off the bench. But this is the thing.
But to see them go toe-to-toe with the champs and to lose only by a bucket.
We can beat them all day.
We didn't even play great.
Here's the biggest topper in all sports and life and everything. In business. It's all chemistry and energy. And who brings it? I hope you saw this because I was laughing. When they gave Luke that post-game interview.
Yeah, I saw that. Love my Luke.
We could be a rap group. He is my favorite. He's one of my favorite players, if not my favorite, because his comedic value and what he brings.
He's playing better, too.
They're smiling. They're having fun. They have the best chemistry in the league.
Don't forget about Positive P.
Positive P. I think
Pritchard, he's playing great.
Yeah, new nickname. Hey, I've hit him up. He's liked one of my stories on Instagram. P, I hope you're
Come on the
listening.
show. Let's go.
Yeah, I
Peyton.
try. I sent him
Come
a
on,
message,
man.
P. So I don't want to hound the guys. Everything's coming at these guys. But one day we'll get somebody on the show. We'll talk about that later too.
But remember, he got the big contract.
30
right?
million, which he
Well, whatever.
deserves. He got his
But
30
he
million.
got, sorry, not the big contract. But he
$30
got
million dollars, incredible.
Yeah.
He
started the season a little slow. We're all like,
exactly.
uh-oh.
So
But not anymore.
No. And
He's
so
been a glue to that bench.
That's it, man.
And here's the other thing that's great about our team right now, where I'm excited.
Yeah.
And this has never been the case since we've had Jason Tatum. Usually, until this year, when Jason Tatum leaves the court and goes on the bench, it's not like the plus minus they talk about. It's not good. Like we don't do well when he's not in the game. Not the case this year. And that has a lot to do with Peyton Pritchard. When he's in there in the bench puts up points.
He's had 20-point games this year, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We're playing well without Tatum being in there.
Second unit.
Oh, by the way, what happened?
Luke did good. Luke had a couple good plays.
Did you see that dunk? Jason Tatum dunk. He went full court, slams it, Garden's going crazy. Then they give him a tech. What's that all about?
Boom! We're going right into it now. It's the fouls, the technicals. Welcome, people. Cue the music. It's the foul quiz.
Oh!
Boom! I'm flipping the negative into a positive.
What a surprise today.
Big surprise. You nailed it. Perfect segue.
Mid-season.
The controversy that people are losing their minds over the fouls this year. Last year it rolled into this year. So guess what we're going to do?
The coaches
J2Ms are going to do. We're flipping it. We're going to flip it into a positive. Are you ready? Podcast.
Wait. It's called the what? Wait, just so I can.
It's the J2M's foul quiz.
The J2M's foul quiz. Interesting.
History, stats, you name it. We're flipping it. Man. We're having fun with it because it's too much bad juju out there.
Let's do it.
Everybody's like, oh my God. Everybody's losing their mind. So guess what? Embracing it all. It's all part of the game.
I'm ready for this.
You control we have no control over this. So we might as well have fun with it.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Here we go. Cue the bongos, whatever you want to do, podcast ball. Cue them, the music box. All right, here we go. The foul quiz. We'll start with some stats. We'll warm into it. But who has the most fouls, personal fouls of all time? Who holds the record?
Player
number one. Who can guess? I know it's like I wish I can give you some like.
Who's the most personal foul like in the history
NBA
of the game?
career leaders in personal fouls. Who has the most?
Oh, this is easy. Number one, Rasheed Wallace.
Oh no, that was text. We're gonna go into that.
I'm jumping.
We're going to.
like
this is personal fouls. This is the foul.
Okay.
Quiz.
All right. I'm
we're going personal right now. This is the crazy thing. So many different fouls and flagrant 1 and 2.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with like longevity, right? The person who's played the longest.
I can give you a for
LeBron James.
No, he's not even on the top 20. I can
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Holy ding 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 ding. Game over. I'm out of here. I'm done. But leave me. I'm hitting the bottom right red button. Leave me. Guess how many? Number one. Paul just named. I would have never guessed that. Number one of all time. That's wicked good, dude. You're great at these quizzes. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, just tell you, had 4,657 personal fouls. Would you like to try for two? We'll do this the top 4 because the fourth one is special. Green law.
Number 2.
If you guys don't know what the green law is, it's the 6 degrees of separation, like the Bacon law, Kevin Bacon. It's the green law. Number 4.
2 is Jerry West.
Wrong. It's not even in the top 20. 2.
Oscar Robertson.
Oh boy, I shouldn't have gave you that compliment. 3.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Here
we go.
You're done. You're out. It's over.
One more.
3 strikes. Oh, so
you got number 1. That's all that matters.
That was that. You won the quiz. So number 2 is Karl Malone, right behind Kareem. Artis Gilmore. You remember an Artis, old school player?
I remember Artis Gilmore.
Number 3 and number 4. Ours truly are Miss 00.
The Chief?
That's
Robert
number
Parrish?
4, baby.
Steve.
We'll leave it at that.
Wow.
We'll leave it
Should
at
have kept
that.
it at big man.
That's the personal fouls quiz.
I should have known after Kareem that it was all going to be big men and
Yeah.
forwards, and I went guards. What was I thinking?
So now we
Okay.
get fun. Now we just what you said. Who has the most NBA technical fouls
Oh, well, I already
in the
got
last
it.
50 years?
That's the first
number
one's
one.
easy.
Let's go
Rasheed
number
Wallace.
5. Let's go number. Oh, let's go number.
Okay.
Let's go to number 5. 5 like
All right.
5,
All
4,
right.
3, 2, 1. Who is number 5? There's 5,
Number
4, 3, 2.
5 most techs of all time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with. Let's think about this. The X-Man, Xavier McDaniel. I don't know.
Oh, throwing it out there. Ex-Celtic. This is a great. I always think about him and when he was talks
played like
about
20
Larry.
games.
Larry talking trash to him. His story is the best when you hear the Larry legend stories. Dennis Rodman at number 5.
All right.
With 212.
Okay.
The Mr. Rebound himself. He was one of the best hustle players in the NBA history. Dived for loose balls, doing whatever he could to help his team.
Ooh, this might be a theme. This might be a bad boy theme.
Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm getting. You're getting it. You're getting to where I'm going with this stuff, man.
So number 4 has got to be Bill Laimbeer.
Wah, wah, wah. That's 1 strike. You have 2 more strikes. Always 3 strikes with coach. So do you want number 4? You can try again if you want, I guess.
John Sally.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yes, enough of the bad boys.
Yeah. I tricked you.
Well, I know that number 2 is Draymond Green.
There's no. Wah, boom. That's 3 in a row. You struck out again. That's okay.
Get out of here.
You get to.
Well, I know who number 1 is. I just said it 3 times. Rasheed Wallace.
Number 1, we're going to get to. I'm going to number 4 now. Gary Payton.
Oh, right.
Mr. All-time great defender,
Okay.
you know,
Yep.
in his style, right? 17-year
right.
NBA career. We love the glove.
Yep.
Right? So he went from the worm to the glove. Great nicknames, great players. Number 3, you already said his name, Rasheed Wallace.
He was
Right?
3.
You said Rasheed, didn't you?
Oh, I thought he was number 1.
No, he's number 3 with 317.
Oh, Draymond's number 1.
So Dennis had 212. He's not on the list. 212. Gary with 250. Rasheed with 317. We know all about Sheed. Man, I loved him. He was aggressive. He was he was a great player.
Yeah.
He was fiery passion. That's what it
The
says on him.
jailbreaker.
NBA champion. You know? That's
Yep.
it. So next,
Number 2.
number 2. Give it a shot.
Bill Laimbeer.
I'll let you come back on at bat.
No. That didn't count because I already said it.
Yeah, come on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Where's your tea? Are you having your tea, Cozy P? Do you have some caffeine in that tea?
Hold on. Man, I thought Rasheed was number 1. Now, he was known for his techs.
2 more left. Big boys, old school, 90s. 80s and 90s. Yeah.
Is
They're
Shaq on the list?
80s and 90s.
Shaquille
80s
O'Neal?
for 1, 80s into
Oh.
90s for 1, and 1's 90. Yeah, they're both around 90s.
Michael Jordan.
Well, sorry, no, but that's
out.
cool. I like that guess. You're done. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's all out.
Sorry, I'm not.
That's okay. The folks still love you. We still love you.
I got
podcast.
Kareem in the.
You're still batting. You're batting
fouls.
high, buddy. Your batting average is high. All right. So number 2 is Mr. Sir Charles Barkley.
Oh,
Barkley. Remember him?
Yeah.
With his fiery stuff. 329 techs. Mr. TV analyst now. Him and Shaq.
The round mound of rebounds.
Yeah, there it is.
Man.
Number 1 player in his league. Yep. He's an NBA record for averaging the most technical fouls per game. Blah, blah, blah. But like you said, though, on here, it says that
I had the wrong TNT host.
It's one of the bad boys of the
host.
NBA. It says on here, altercations, heckler, blah, 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 you know. And
Well,
number one, Mr. Pick and Roll with himself, with Stockton and
Malone again? Karl Malone. Fouls.
Carl's just taking all the personal and
what was his nickname?
Number 1.
Yeah.
332.
Wow. Fouls.
Yeah, I didn't think that either.
He was an annoyance.
Yep. He was a physical player with and he had a nasty streak and sharp elbows. But there's a whole reason why I did this too, because I miss it. Oh, do I miss the physicality of the NBA and the less flag? Do you know what would you like to tell the kids and folks and people out there what a flagrant 1 and 2 is? Like, do they know? Would you know
Well,
what
a flagrant one would be if you have a clear path to the back. That's different. That's a clear path foul. Never mind. That's a separate thing.
It's
Flagrant one would
ridiculous.
be like you touch someone's arm a little too hard.
I'll just give you.
Flagrant two would be you touch it really hard.
They're just being funny with it, but it's true. It's ridiculous. The foul is not a legitimate attempt to directly play the ball within the spirit and intent of the rules. Blah blah blah. The thing is about the flagrant one, it's unnecessary contact committed by a player against an opponent. Flagrant foul, penalty. Two, unnecessary and excessive contact committed by a player against an opponent. It's like, come on, man. We only need one, man. It's like, oh, dude.
But what about the one that last night with?
But like I said, I'm embracing it.
What about that one, the hanging on the rim thing? That's a new one.
That's
ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. It's like I love the taunting. Do you remember when Sean Kemp dunked on everybody, and he would go? It was fun. He would go like this into the stance, he'd go into a low athletic stance and did the guns one time onto the dude he just dunked on.
I would also argue it affects home court. Like that was a momentum killer. The Garden was going crazy.
That's the main thing I'm talking to these super geeks when it comes to the sports and stuff. The momentum shift, it's changed the flow of the game. It's affecting the game.
Right.
So like I've like gotten through it recently where I'm like, dude, I'm not in this.
And don't get me wrong, if like Tatum did it and really showed them up and was doing something,
no, you're supposed to do that. It's
the whole idea is to do a tech to bring down the tenor of the game. Like if it's getting real chippy, I get it. Like
if you dunk on somebody, you should be able to give them a facial, son. Right. This is what it is, man. They have to bring some of that street flavor back. Let it be. Let's give them a remember Kevin, do the YouTube video, did the guns on this one guy. The guys on the ground. It's like, you got posterized, son. You got posterized. It is what it is. Oh, and by the way, LeBron still posterizing people at 39. Unbelievable. So let it out. We let it out. This is therapy too for the brothers.
All right, good quiz, man.
I'm out. I guess I was.
I like that quiz. That's a good one.
Yeah, there you go. A little flagrant, just to flip it, have fun with it.
Just a little foul and flagrant.
Yeah, a little
just
flagrant.
2 M's quiz.
It's just a little, just to throw some fun into it because it is a problem.
But before we move on to the rest of the teams that are looking really good in the midseason, because we have a few other people besides Denver and Boston we're going to talk about. Why don't we hit on Caden? You just mentioned his name. Yeah. Get a little update, man, right? We've been waiting for our Caden update. Nice. For those that haven't listened, a few pods ago.
You ready? He's coming on, man. We're
all right.
Get him on.
Awesome. Well, hey, but just to set it up. So for those that haven't listened, a couple pods ago, back in the fall, we had our good friend Caden on, and he just transferred. What's the name of the high school he's going to?
Grandville High School.
He's at Granville High School. So when we got him on last,
tallest team in West Michigan.
When we got him on, he had just started with the team. We were on there talking about the upcoming season.
He's in, baby. We're going to see him
and here we are.
Check it out.
Here we are. Let's bring him on. Here we go. Look at this.
Hey, let's go.
We got a real hooper, folks, just jumping onto the pod as me and the coach are just ranting about the NBA. Forget that. Let's take a pause. Bring in Caden, Grandville High School. Last time you were on here, man, you were just getting ready for the season. Now it's in full force. You got to give us our update, man. We've been waiting. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, the season is going great. We were on a like a 6-game win streak. Ooh. But we lost the past 2 and then we won one yesterday. So we're not.
Yesterday was yesterday was your breakout. Tell them what you scored, baby. Tell them.
Yeah, I had 23 yesterday. I don't know how many boards and how many other stats, but I know
how many boards do you think you had? Do you think
Coach loves boards.
You didn't have 10, but you didn't have double, but they would have
probably like 5+.
All right, cool. This is what I told you. Everything that we said was going to happen is happening. Breakout game. It was a career high for him in high school. I know he's probably
congratulations, man.
Yeah, man, huge.
Appreciate
Any assists on there?
Yeah, or is it definitely a few. Yeah, definitely a few. I'm driving kicks.
Cool.
So talk to me about those 23 points. Are those all dunks? A couple threes? What you got, man?
I had like 4 threes,
Oh,
3
you're
free throws,
talking.
and less for layups.
Ooh,
Nice all
inside,
around.
outside game.
Yep.
Man, this
Yep.
guy's
I
getting
can't
ready.
wait to watch the game, dude. Was it home?
Yeah, I'll send you the
Oh,
link after
sweet. So
this.
I'll watch on the YouTube.
Well,
Sweet.
tell for everybody listening, because we're out there in podcast world.
Can you see us? Sorry, Paul. Can you see us?
Yeah, I can see you guys.
All right.
We don't need to see you. We hear
No,
you,
we
man.
don't need- you
It's
can-
all
you
good. This is a
just woke up from a
podcast.
nap.
But for everybody listening right now that might want to check you out, is there a way for them to go online to watch the game?
Yeah, there's this app. I forget what it's called. I have to find it.
Coach, can you find that for us?
It's a
app?
live
I don't go to the app.
stream.
I go to YouTube. I mean,
Okay.
he has the Grandville basketball has a YouTube channel.
So you know what
Grandville
we can do? Here's a thought: is we can actually put that link in the show note for those people that are listening
boy.
to want to
Yeah.
actually watch and because we're talking about it, they're hearing about it, they
We're
want to see it.
following Caden's journey, dude. This is his journey and Grandville's journey. They have a squad. You guys can win it all.
For sure, yeah.
And
Yep.
maybe let Coach know offline once we're done, like what that app is. We can put that in there too. But we'll definitely put a link again in the show notes.
He's so
YouTube.
savvy with everything. He's gonna send it to me like
Awesome.
on the phone, dude. He's
Cool.
teaches me. Well, what else, Caden? Talk to us, man.
So really at the beginning of the season, it was kind of a slow start. I mean, I wasn't playing terrible, but I mean, I wasn't playing how I know I could play. I mean, first game I had 8 points. I didn't make any threes, and that was kind of getting to me. I was like, I'm in the gym all the time shooting, and my shots aren't falling. And that's really how it was for like the next few games. But I mean, I know when I'm not scoring, I can do other things like play hard, rebound, assist, do like all the little things to just help us win. And that's what I was doing for a few games, and we were winning. So, I wasn't stressing about my offense. I know it'll come. Had conversations with Murph and my coaches at school. They're like, don't worry about it at all, fall. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll be good.
And it did. See,
Awesome,
perseverance, dude. It's proof. You should have more faith now in your journey, right? And the stuff we were sending you, like I was sending you, like these guys in the highest level going through their droughts or going through their little spells, and right, even Steph and everybody, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of really took it into like, all right, I'm in a drought right now, so there's nothing to stress about. Just keep doing you. Just keep playing hard, carefree, and you'll be fine. Like I tell myself before every game, to play hard, smile, and just have fun.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it's just basketball. And
Boom.
it matters, but it
Wisdom
doesn't.
from Caden, a 17-year-old. Let's go, young man. Dropping
This is
dimes for
awesome,
us.
man. So you went on a 6-game win streak. You said you lost one, then you won the last one. What's next? How many more games do you have before you get into is there a playoffs? I'm assuming coming up.
I think this was our 12th game, so we have 10 more.
Yeah, they have a lot of
We
games.
played 22.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, it's not like a 12-game season. Yeah, they're just warming. They're like I said,
They're not done. They're not ready to go to the championship yet.
What I'm saying is just what it is. It's like it's not easy to predict. You either gel, you don't. You grow, like you said, Paul. You grow within that season. Each game, you grow. Like they're growing, right,
Yeah.
Caden? You guys you are personally in your team.
Yeah,
your
I
chemistry.
mean, we still got some things to work on, but other
Absolutely,
than that,
always
we
and
definitely got
forever.
a chance to win it.
Always and forever. But
Sounds familiar.
This is their first year playing together. Caden's brand new for this team, and they're just.
And there's only 3 returning players too, so it's kind of, I wouldn't say started from the bottom, but kind of near there.
No, it is, dude. A learning curve of how to learn each other's game, how to play with each other, and then you start clicking. Having fun. This is awesome, man. I'm stoked for you.
How long does the season go? I know you said 12 games, but is that through April, May? That'd be really cool if it's also June.
I don't think it goes that far, but it definitely is through February. I'm not sure. 'Cause, in India, I think it was different.
So then after the regular season,
it's winter ball, Paul.
right? But is there like a champion? Like if you get to a certain record and what's next? I guess is there like a championship game? Like I guess where I'm going with this is I'd love to get you back on towards the end, depending on where you guys finish and kind of the next piece of it.
I think it's just playoffs and conference play because we play in the OK Red Conference, so we have to play all those teams, and then I think
win the conference.
Yeah, something like that. Go to states. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the same deal as any other state.
Awesome, dude.
Yep.
Well, congrats, man. 23. How many boards again?
I'm not sure, but it's
close to 10, right?
A handful of, but
we'll call it 8. We'll throw down 8 for you.
But he's gonna be dropping. They got big. I got Cam there. They got big guys ripping boards, but he's gonna. He just Caden's game is growing now. That's a huge confidence builder. It's all that, man. He had a nice dunk. I sent it to Paul. Sideline. That was. Well,
I liked how you got the scoring. How you said it wasn't just dunks. It was a combination. You had some inside game, and then you knocked down a bunch of threes too. That's really cool, man.
Called that writer out too. It was like, wait until next year for him to dunk on somebody. Like, get contact. Yeah, okay. Look at him. You're gonna break out. He's gonna break out more and more. Caden's gonna grow so much this season.
Journey, man. I love it.
Awesome, dude. Well, yeah, man. So if you want to talk about anything else, what else is going on, man? Like anything else?
Not really. I just been really reading my Bible.
That a boy. Faith first. Praying. Let's go.
Cause there was kind of like for a streak where I wasn't really like confident, but I think it was either during Christmas, like one of the games during Christmas break. I just like my confidence just came back, and I've been playing well ever since. Like I don't think there's been a game where I've had under 10, which is kind of like I shouldn't have under 10. I should have over 10 because of how much like work I put in, but I've just been on a roll, and I hope to continue it and just keep playing hard and keep doing whatever it takes to win.
Yep, every play, baby. Let's go.
Dude, it's so cool to be on this journey with you, man. I'm glad you're able to come on, and I can't wait to hear next. I think when should we get Caden back on? After the February, and maybe we bring him on next pod, dude. You're coming on next pod, dude.
He's gonna have he can come on whenever he wants. Yeah. Man. But like it would, especially if like I wanted to celebrate this little breakout game for him. Like I said, it's like once you break out, get 20. He's like, he hit me with a text. Was it last night?
Yeah.
I was like in the gym, just leaving. I'm like, yes. And it's just like once you have to hit these levels to get like it's all about it's those levels to everything, And so he's just gonna continue. It's not about. Sometimes it's not even about scoring like Drew Holiday. He's so effective. You don't see his 25 points a game. We wish we'd have a few more points, but he's such a defend like his defense and the way he runs the point in the floor, man. And Derek White, I mean, obviously points matter, dude, but you can grow. Like I want to see you get comfortable, like what we were talking about before, like Dennis Rodman. He was called the Worm, learning how to position yourself for rebounds, the timing of it, all that good stuff, working on that part of your game, all that, you know the deal, dude. So that's it, man.
Hey, I got a quick question before you go, because we were just talking about this before you jumped on. I don't know if you watched the Celtics Denver game.
I watched the last few minutes of the quarter. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yep. So there was a play earlier in the game where Jason Tatum goes full court and dunks it. It was a sick play, and he hung on the rim just for a little bit.
Just gave it a little sauce,
Yeah, just a little bit.
He did a rim raise, dude.
And they gave him a tech. It was a momentum killer. Do they do that in high school? When you dunk it, if you hang on the rim too much, will they give you a technical?
That wouldn't have been a tech, I don't think.
They definitely will in high school. I've seen it before, but not this year. I saw it last year.
That play shouldn't have been, because it was such a play that they're just like, let it go, man. Yeah. But it's like, and this is a good thing that we can leave with for you, kid. He had a game where he was getting irritated, the fouls, right? Like that's the problem in the game. Sometimes we don't get these calls, or we're just getting, oh my gosh, we're getting. It's the whole thing in the NBA with the fouls. Sometimes they're bad calls, sometimes they're missed calls, And sometimes you feel like you get picked on. It's like, what is going on here right now? You know? You
Yeah,
just have to roll with the punches, adversity, right?
exactly. Yeah.
So I was pumped because that was just like the game before, and then you came back with this big game, you know? So I think it was just the game before we were like, you were just, you know, you have every right to be that way, man. You know, something.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's just, I think, what I've heard and learned. I think that's just how refs are at
Yeah.
the team, at that place that like where we lost.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was such a big crowd, so it's
They were
the
playing
ref.
to that. They were playing it to the town politics. Could be right.
Yeah,
It is what it is, man.
yeah.
It's
I mean, I
territorial.
personally
These
feel,
guys, you know, they take it personal. It's all the way up to the NBA. You know, they'll,
yeah.
you know,
I mean, I personally feel like we should have won that game, but I mean, next time we see them, we'll just see
yeah,
what happens.
it's on. So that's a cool little rival. So it was a big rivalry got sparked then. So that's good.
Yeah,
I got to see that game too. I'm behind. I've been busy with Murph ball, Caden. All this good stuff happening, brother. All our dreams are coming true. Living this journey with you guys, just two Murphs with Caden, superstar.
Love it, man. This
No
is so
plan B,
cool.
Caden. NBA, baby. Raising up. Steps to everything, man. One step at a time, one day at a time, right?
yes, sir.
Keeping it simple, brother.
It's
So
awesome to be on this journey
yeah.
with you, man. Thanks for jumping on. And
Yeah.
again, we're getting you on next pod, dude. Jump on just like this. Get our
Yeah.
Caden updates.
We
Everybody
only do
knows
every
what's.
one-
Hey, you know how many downloads we've gotten on that pod that you're on? Like people want to know what's going on with Caden. So here we go.
Big
We
C.
appreciate it, man.
The big cat, dude. We'll see you next month, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you sooner. We'll talk sooner, my friend.
All right, but I'll call you later.
All right, brother.
See you, Caden.
Peace.
All right, see you.
Awesome.
Oh,
Just like that. That was our
that was
first
fun.
real time fly-in. Come on in from right
I mean,
field.
we've had people on the
Left
pod
field.
numerous times, but not this way. Not just jumping on.
We're gonna
mid-pod.
have to get ready for the big time. Anybody can come
Well,
in.
he's part of this journey, man. He's part of
Yep.
this whole thing right now.
Go
man.
back
That
and
is
check out.
awesome.
He was the
Good
Kid
for
Rising
him.
Star Pod. We had
Good
a
for
story.
him.
Absolutely.
But again, I know we've already said it 2 or 3 times. We'll bring it up again. Check out the show notes, everybody, right? Because you're hearing about it. Now you can go see it. So you're going to have a little link on there. Will people be able to go back and see the game where he got the 23 points?
I'm watching the game. Yes, it's
you can
on
see the
YouTube.
highlights then.
You can just watch the game. You can fast forward it. You can do whatever you
See
want.
that
on
dunk?
YouTube. Oh yeah, the dunk. I sent you that one. That was the other game, but
Awesome,
I haven't even
dude.
seen this game yet. So when we get off this
Dude,
show,
just 2 Murphs.
I'm going on YouTube to watch it, and so I get to see him too, and I get to critique, and we talk.
We don't
about
just
some
talk
stuff.
hoops. We bring in hoops.
And we
It's
watch
hoops.
film.
I
But
love it.
we're supporting you guys, Grandville, up here. We got out in the Northwest with Podcast P, and out in Boston area. That's where Caden's from originally, Weymouth. But go check out the show that we had with him and in our library. You know, we got Caden the Rising Star Pod. We did.
So hey, man, let's finish it off on one more little segment and then get out of here.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do, I know we were hitting on midseason. This will just kind of tie into the other teams.
Yeah.
It's another key date with the NBA, right? First, we had the in-season tournament. We had all that going on. Well, the next key date, believe it or not, is this week.
Yep.
I didn't even know till I looked at it, Coach. It's NBA Rivals Week. I don't know who came up with this, but some of these rivals, they're kind of weird, right? But for us, they're not. It's not weird at all. We're playing Miami. That's our rival. We're playing them on Thursday, so that's going to be exciting to look forward to.
That's Thursday.
But yeah, let's just talk with some of the, so one of them, Denver, Indiana. We talked about the Pacers in the in-season tournament, getting to the final. We all talked about Halliburton. I didn't realize they were a rival with Denver, but let's just talk Pacers in general right now. Like, are they still a threat? Let's go on. They just had a big trade, Coach. They got Siakam from Toronto. Like, are they someone we need to worry about on our way to June?
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna worry about you, Pacers. I think they fizzled out. It was the in-season tournament juice. They just had so much fire. No, you can't count them out. We'll see how this trade works out. And that being said, the big ticket and the truth. We all know they have that show. If you're a hoop fan, right? And Doc Rivers was on the show. And it was awesome. If everybody saw it, you were getting so much inside information about 08. the season 08. Well, Danny Ainge, who was running
Last
the
Celtics
whole
championship, by the way.
That's right. Where was Doc before that? He was a 76er, right? He was with Philly. Well, he called up Doc. You remember that? Yeah, you'll like see you thinking right now, Fall. You remember? No? You're shaking your head like
No. He was just with Philly. He was with the Hawks, I think, or something.
Oh, it was the Hawks?
No.
He was with
Hawks.
Philly.
No, Orlando.
Ding, ding, ding. Coach's
ding.
corrections. We're going right into the corner. There's the correction.
That's what I was thinking.
That's why we have podcast Paul at the helm here. That's why it's podcast speed. Thank you for the correction. Anyway, Danny calls Doc and goes, want to have a meeting about he's like, yeah, I'll have a meeting. We'll meet. He was like, how about right now? He was outside his office with the owners. He not just way there. And he was just showed up. And Doc's like, all right. And they had a meeting. That's how aggressive that move was. And he wasn't even going to take the coaching job for the 08 Celtics championship. He wasn't gonna, but the Tony Allen connection. Ainge also loved Tony, and so did Doc, the gritty man from Chicago. You know about his story? He's got, we're just gonna do it, man. We're just gonna do a quick Tony Allen quiz. Because I hope he's gonna come on the show and give him a little love right now, man. He's the guy. But they like vibed over Tony. Boom. Doc's like, all right, I'm in. And because Doc's the Chi-Town connection, Chicago. So Tony Allen quiz, quick quiz, last quiz.
All right.
We're podcast P. What is Tony Allen's nickname? And I'm gonna mention him on Instagram.
I know this, so just let me think.
I'm gonna give Franco a mention.
He was a defensive wizard.
He was a defensive wizard. Well, that's nice of you to drop that. He was.
His nickname has something to do with defense, and I can't.
The Grindfather.
Ooh, I was not going
to
get that.
The Grindfather is American.
Did not know that.
He's an American professional basketball player. Played 14 seasons in the NBA. Primarily for us in the Grizzlies. Remember? So I always think I'm like interesting. Him and Marcus Smart.
Yes.
Very
yes.
similar.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well, no, he played in Memphis. So was Marcus. Right. That's why. It's like, but Tony was a baller. He was gritty, 6'4", listed 6'4", 213. But I love the fact where he came from. Can you name the college where he came from? If you nail this, I'm going to be pumped. What was the college he played for? The last college.
The last college he played for was Kansas. I have no idea. Kansas.
He was okay. He was Oklahoma State.
Okay. All right.
All right. He came out of there like he was a baller out of that.
And we drafted him, right? He was drafted by the Celtics.
Yes, dude. Yeah. We had him for what? Can you name the years that he was a professional Celtic? How long was it?
Oh gosh. If he was there for
this 08, is tough.
I'm gonna go 2006.
Nice try though. 04 to 2010.
All 2010. Right.
2004 to 2010.
Okay.
Of course, he was with us in 08. Huge factor why. But I like the fact that he started at Butler County Community College. All right. I won't get into the whole details, but that's what it's all about. So I told Caden, I said that even if like something doesn't go the way it should, you're this year and the next year, is it over after high school? It's never over. You're so young. And then he went to Wabash Valley for a year. So 2000, 2001, he was at the Butler Community College for that 1 year. Then the next year is at Wabash Valley. Then he transferred over to Oklahoma State. And the rest is history. Just keep leveling up and never give up. His dream, and look where he went, all the way to the top. So Franco, Lane Everson to Lane family, shout out. Hopefully we'll see you boys on the show. Whoever wants to be on the show, it'd be great to have a professional. It'd be great for the show, great for all of us.
Hoop it up,
guys. There you
level
go,
it up.
There you go, Tony. Quiz.
So staying on that, I know that's the end of the quiz, but staying on that this is the last Memphis Grizzly mention because they stink. But we have to at least get another correction going here, Coach.
Oh, hold on. Before the correction, Tony was also a Big 12 tournament MVP. He was like legit. He was legit in 04. So what's the correction? Bring
all
back
right.
to the
last
corner.
time we were on, the coach made a big prediction
Big boo
with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, wah, wah, wah. But that's
not your fault. That's not your fault.
Dude, I hope I didn't bad juju him. But that's it. But you know what? Sorry, Ja. No,
yeah,
Ja
Morant
have
gone.
bad juju. It's kind of
But
bad
you know what?
juju flashing guns, though. So, like, you know.
But you know what? That's the whole deal here.
No, nothing
as much
you,
fun
Ja.
as we're having and we'll continue to have, and it's a journey, and we love the NBA. For every single one of these teams, it all comes down to health.
Yep.
Right. You lose that team, they lose that superstar. It's over.
It was so fun having him back in the NBA. He's so fun to watch. He's incredible. So I don't care about all that personal stuff. I just mentioned his gun flashing. We're doing that. It was stupid. We all make mistakes, but like,
okay. So
that's it.
Just to finish it up here, getting back to the rivals week and midseason, all this stuff. You said the Pacers. They're not there anymore. They're a 7 seed. So who are right now, as we're at the midseason point, who are the teams that are trending up? Who are the teams that you think have a real shot?
I already predicted that are going to trend up. They already happened.
Know the we just talked Celtics.
I told
Denver.
you all right, we go with the East. We'll start with these. We already know this. The Cavs, like you said, you wanted to talk about the Cavs.
Cavs are on a 6-game win streak.
It's the Knicks. I predicted the Knicks this year. Like the Knicks, I told you. And they
what about the Miami Heat?
Yep, they're always going to be an ish, like our Golden State little.
They're a 6 seed. They're in it.
Thorn in our side.
Last year they were an 8 seed, and they went all the way to the NBA Finals. They're a 6 seed.
So anything that happened there with the Cavs, the Knicks, the Heat.
What about the Sixers, man?
Well, you said it's the big 3, dude. It doesn't matter.
That's
it's
right.
The big 3.
So you still feel that way?
Everybody does.
I mean, did you see Embiid? I mean, we talked about the Joker at nauseum.
Celtics,
already.
Bucks, Sixers.
Did you see the Sixers-Denver matchup earlier in the week before they came in here? Embiid outplayed the Joker in that game.
Nobody's talking about Embiid, man. It's like that's the whole thing. Quiet, all that quiet stuff. Same with Joker in Denver. They quietly.
But we just hit on it. Health. That's the thing with Embiid. He always breaks down in the playoffs.
Yep.
So if he doesn't break down this year, that's going to be tough. So what about the West, man?
In the West, I said this as well. I said the Knicks in the East, which I was right about. And then what else was I right about? The Clippers.
Oh, your Clippers.
They're 4th.
You are so on point with that, Coach.
You had to be because it's like you have 2. It's really simple. It's like
are they a real threat?
It's a flip of a coin. So it's not like this magical guess or something. It's simple. You flip the coin. You either get it together because you have James Harden, Podcast Pete II, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Russell Westbrook on the same team.
Yeah.
Those 4, get your ish together and you're gold. And they did. Harden's playing a little bit better.
We might be on the same page here. So again, mid-season, this is all we're doing right now. We'll see what happens in the next 42.
Anthony Edwards. Did you see Anthony Edwards move? He threw the ball off the backboard. The backboard moved. You saw it.
Yeah, I love my Ant-Man.
Dude.
Okay, so
that play was crazy.
I think we're on the same page here. Boston, Milwaukee, although, man, they are
obviously.
But we're going to put them in there. Boston, Milwaukee, 76ers. Those 3 teams, one of those teams is going to make it. But in the West, I say it's 4 teams. Minnesota, OKC. We haven't even talked about OKC.
13.
Denver, obviously. We just talked again a lot about them. And the Clippers.
That's it.
And everybody else.
I know the Pelicans are at 5, and they just don't have what it takes.
OKC, though, is kind of going the other direction all of a sudden, but we'll see.
And the Mavs don't have what it takes. Know what's going to happen with the Mavs? Know what's going to happen with Kyrie? You saw that, right? Where's Kyrie going? LeBron's not done.
Well, big week for the
Kyrie's going back to LA. Ooh.
Big week for the Green. We got tomorrow, Ime 2, Ime again in Houston. Yep. Then Monday, we're playing the Mavs. Night, We're in Dallas, dude, Monday night.
Yep.
Then we're flying to Miami. We already hit on it. NBA Rivals Week in Miami. And then Saturday, 1 week from today, Coach, we're back in the Garden going for 21-1 against your Clippers.
It was actually 27 in a row, that streak. We had
your Clippers next Saturday.
Yep, I know. That's what I'm pumped about.
That's going to be fun.
Because there could be a dark horse. There's always like these dark horses, but it's only going to happen if there's injury issues with those teams. There's no getting around those top teams unless they're injured. That's it. Simple as that. And
Well,
that's
Coach,
it, man.
this has been a fun pod as always. Before you take us out, just some other key dates coming up, just to get you thinking about the next pod, get you excited.
Yeah.
So February 8th, NBA trade deadline. Could be some moves. We already talked Siakam from Toronto to Indiana. That was a big one. There'll be more.
Yeah.
And then
that will
All-Star
help
break,
them.
dude.
That'll help
February 16th through the 21st. It's already almost the NBA All-Star break, which that's what we think midseason. No, that's right now. All-Star break, then it's only the stretch run from there. So I'm thinking, what are you thinking, dude? Like, probably get on at the All-Star break like we always do, right? Probably a good time to get back on. All-Star break.
Yep. That's
and
it,
then
baby.
Caden will be close to the end of his season. Get him back on. Dude.
It's not perfect.
What a journey, man.
The journey to June. Just to Murph's talking.
Take us out, man.
J2Ms. Well, things are going well in my life with Murph Ball. I've had some dreams come true. I have a great new CEO we planted in, Mr. Paul Kearney, PK, doing some name dropping today. Branko, and hopefully we'll have one of those pros on. I can't wait to play golf against him. He's really good. So we get some golf playing going on. But the whole thing is, it's daily. It's one day at a time. I didn't know that this board meeting was going to happen yesterday. I was going to have this amazing experience. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. This is 12 years in the making for me in Murph Ball. This is 3-4 years in the making with J2Ms. And Kobe would always say he was at the summit. So you look up, you're like, oh, look at Kobe. It's not about the summit. What is it about, Paul? It's
all about the journey, baby.
That's it, man. Keep it simple. Keep it in the day, one day at a time. It's the journey, not the destination. 2024, baby. We're coming. We're coming to get you. It's the green machine, baby.
Just two Murphs. We'll see you at the All-Star break. Be out of here.
Peace.